When the unexpected happens, Kohler home generators provide power and peace of mind. In this video, we'll go through key steps involved in installing an air-cooled Kohler home generator, which can operate on the same fuel source, LP or natural gas, that currently runs the homeowner's appliances. We'll discuss the key components of the system, including the generator itself and how to choose its location. We'll talk about making power connections on the field connection terminal block and connecting to the fuel source. And then we'll go through the pre-start checks you need to make. We'll also show the features of the automatic transfer switch, or ATS, including wiring the necessary connections to the essential loads panel. And we'll explain how the OnCue home generator management system software option allows homeowners to monitor their system remotely and allows service providers to easily deliver an unparalleled level of service. This DVD is designed to allow you to easily view topics. Simply click a title on the left to jump to a particular section. A couple of important notes. Any Kohler generator should be installed by a licensed contractor, not the homeowner. Also, this program is meant to familiarize you, the installer, with the process. It is not intended to be a step-by-step guide. As in any installation process, it's important to read manuals for complete instructions and clearly understand all safety warnings. It's also crucial that you comply with any municipal codes governing proper installation. Noise ordinances, positioning of the generator, and electrical codes are among the issues that can vary in each municipality. Locate the generator outdoors and be sure to allow the minimum clearances provided in the installation manual. Select an area where hot exhaust gases don't blow on plants or other combustible materials. Kohler's air-cooled generators come with a built-in composite mounting pad. This eliminates the need for pouring a concrete pad in most locations. Just place it on a level area covered with pea gravel. In some coastal areas with high wind conditions, it may be desirable to place it on a concrete pad and bolt it down. To move the unit into place, insert two metal bars and use them to lift the unit. Straps and a lift can also be used to move it into place. In this case, the installer is mounting the unit on a concrete slab with an electrical stub feeding wires through the bottom of the unit. In most installations, which don't include the concrete slab, you will need to drill a hole in the access panel in the lower part of the cabinet for electrical leads. Be sure to drill the hole in this area and not through the upper part of the cabinet. The Kohler generator set comes with a field connection terminal block, streamlining the wiring process. Route the AC leads through flexible conduit. Then feed the wires through the opening you drilled in the cabinet. Connect the emergency source to the terminal block labeled load leads. If you will be installing a model RDT transfer switch, also connect the ATS or remote start-stop leads. If you will be installing a model RRT transfer switch, connect 4 leads. Finally, be sure to route low-voltage communication leads through a separate conduit. Connect the leads from the utility power for accessories. Then connect the neutral and ground leads from the ATS and the main panel. And ground the generator set according to methods that comply with NEC and local codes. A battery charger comes factory installed and is designed to keep the starting battery fully charged. Plug the battery charger's power cord into the AC receptacle on the bottom of the controller junction box. Utility leads brought to the customer connection terminal block that supply this receptacle should be on a circuit that is backed up by the generator set. The customer or installer will need to supply the 12-volt battery. Verify that the generator set is off. Check that the off LED on the controller is flashing. Make sure the battery is fully charged before placing it in the unit. Kohler recommends an optional carburetor heater for improved starting in locations where the temperature drops below freezing. The heater requires a continuous source of power. Plug the carburetor heater into the other AC receptacle. The generator operates on either natural gas or LP vapor fuel. It is EPA certified for both types of fuel. The unit is typically shipped set for natural gas, with the loose LP orifice tied near the fuel solenoid valve. To convert to LP vapor, install the orifice and disconnect the spark advance leads as described in the installation manual. Then verify that the output pressure from the primary gas utility, or LP tank pressure regulator, is adequate. Also check that the utility gas meter flow rate is sufficient. Refer to the manual for guidelines. Once all the pipe connections are made, check for fuel leaks. Before starting up the generator set, go through the items in the pre-start checklist. Inspect the air cleaner, air inlets, and make sure that there are tight connections on the battery. Also inspect the exhaust system for leaks and blockages. Maintain the oil level at or near, but not over, the full mark on the dipstick. Then start up the system by pressing the Run button on the control panel. Then turn the system off. Press the Auto button on the control panel. At this point, the unit is in auto and is monitoring the utility, ready to react to a power outage. The automatic transfer switch, or ATS, transfers electrical load from a normal source of electrical power, such as a utility, to an emergency source, in this case, the Kohler generator. Refer to the manual for compatibility between ATS models and Kohler generator sets. The ATS can be wired to supply all of the home's electrical load or just essential systems, such as the furnace, refrigerator, and well pump. If the generator will power the whole house, you will want an ATS without a load center. If the generator will only power essential systems, choose an ATS with a built-in load center. The 100 amp model RRT transfer switch shown here includes a built-in load center with room for up to 16 single-pole circuit breakers. Verify that the total rating for all breakers in the load center does not exceed the rating of the transfer switch. Connect the normal source, which is typically the utility power, to the lugs labeled NA and NB. Connect the emergency source, which is typically the generator set, to the lugs labeled EA and EB. Connect the neutral from the main panel to the neutral in the ATS enclosure. Ground the system according to NEC and local codes. Then connect the start wires from the generator set. To test the system, simulate a disruption of power from the utility by turning off the breaker that feeds the normal side of the ATS. The ATS will send a signal to start the generator. When the generator reaches its rated voltage and frequency, the ATS will transfer generator power to the emergency load. At this point, the generator will power all loads in the essential loads subpanel. Now simulate utility power coming back by closing the breaker in the main panel. There will be a short delay to allow the unit to verify that utility power is back on and strong, and then the ATS will transfer back to the main source. The generator will continue running for a smart cool-down period, no longer than 5 minutes, based on engine oil temperature. Kohler generator sets now have remote monitoring capabilities. OnCue home generator management system software loaded onto the homeowner's computer or smartphone allows them to check the status and test the system from anywhere in the world and receive email or text message status alerts on their computer and phone. The Kohler OnCue home generator management system also makes it easy to implement service contracts. The service provider can monitor and test the homeowner's generator from their business and see any fault codes and history prior to going out for a service call. This provides superior service for the homeowner and efficient convenience for the service provider. This concludes the overview for installing a Kohler residential generator. Again, consult installation manuals for more detail on proper installation procedures. For more information on this and other Kohler Power Systems products, contact your nearest distributor. You can also call this toll-free number or visit us on the web.